move up. Started Tim Scala with his able assistant Frank Cavallaro calling the field forward. The 5 horses, Keyang Sandy, put McDonald for David Voslik. Number 2, Living in the Shadow, Michael and Max Francis. Number 3, Mr. Alias, Ray Slater. Number 4, James Charles for Peter O'Brien, and It's All About Murray, David Voslik. We've got Mr. Alias and James Charles both stood down one trial trying to get their ticket back. Starting to warm up in Mildura. Resident weather expert Des Tobin has predicted clear skies and hot weather today. Head towards the starting point in the back straight near the scoreboard, and the arms fold back, and away they go. James Charles sort of just eased right out of the battle, as is Mr. Alias. First out, Living in the Shadow. Keyang Sandy trying to punch through and hold it out, but it's not going to happen, and Living in the Shadow takes over from Keyang Sandy. About 15 away to It's All About Murray, coming across in front of Mr. Alias, and James Charles tacks on at the back. We've got Living in the Shadow, Michael Francis out, setting quite a nice tempo out in front at the moment. Keyang Sandy, It's All About Murray, about 5 away, another 4 or 5 to Mr. Alias, and James Charles tacking on at the back. Come down with a couple of laps to go, Living in the Shadow. Keyang Sandy just starting to get a little bit keen behind. It's All About Murray sitting 3rd, Mr. Alias in 4th, and Peter O'Brien chasing them home on James Charles. Heading into the back straight where they all started from, a lap ago, and Living in the Shadow. 3 metres to Keyang Sandy, another 3 to It's All About Murray, and about 5 away to Mr. Alias, another 3 to James Charles. Racing again here next Sunday, I think. Yep. And twilight meeting. Head down to the San Mateo end, and the same format. We have Living in the Shadow, Keyang Sandy, It's All About Murray, Mr. Alias and James Charles. Heading into the straight, and I'll get the bell on this occasion. And Living in the Shadow, Keyang Sandy, It's All About Murray, Mr. Alias and James Charles at the end of the field. Got the bell, 800 to go, and there'll be a bit of speed introduced into this in a moment, I'd imagine. We've got Living in the Shadow just being tapped on a little bit to keep him interested. Keyang Shadow pulls out. Mr. Alias came out and jumps onto its back. It's All About Murray has gone into a gallop and is being passed by James Charles. So down the back, Living in the Shadow, it's opened up about 6 or 7 metres. Keyang Sandy turning the chase now, as is Mr. Alias. James Charles about 10 away, and It's All About Murray's not interested at all at the moment. They've hit the top corner, and Living in the Shadow, about 5. Keyang Sandy's gone back to the fence. Mr. Alias starting to really motor home, and about 30 away to James Charles. But there's only 3 in the placing contention at the moment. Living in the Shadow, Mr. Alias on the outside is going to him and is going to go across the line and win by about a head, with another 4 metres away to Keyang Sandy, about another 40 away to James Charles, 50 or 60 just coming home. It's All About Murray.